Hey y'all, this video is going to be a little bit different. I was recently contacted by the app you saw on the thumbnail. And if you didn't see it on the thumbnail, I'll put a little picture of the icon here. This app called Gonit. It's a math practice type app. I was contacted by them several weeks ago about doing a sponsorship type thing. And I had never done anything like that before, so I definitely took my time and wanted to review that app and look over it before I told you guys about it. At the time when I was contacted by them, the app had about 10,000 downloads, and that was maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I looked recently, and it now has over 50,000 downloads. In that time of me reviewing it, I do like the app. I'm pretty impressed with it. It is something that I would definitely wanted to come on here and let you guys know about. You know that I am all about, the homeschool stuff and doing things kind of hands off. So like all the curriculum that we use is the student-led type stuff where my kids can go on and do their own thing. If you know me, you know that my 6th grader currently uses Teaching Textbooks, which is an app for her math curriculum. And so we are open to using apps. We've used apps for several different of our subjects with our homeschool. So definitely open to using apps for things. Now, I'm not saying that this app could be used as a, curriculum. That's totally up to you and your state laws and all that. If you can use, you decide what you're going to use for your curriculum. But I think it could definitely be used as a supplement type thing to your curriculum, and I think it's all around a very good math practice app. It is labeled as an Olympiad practice or Olympiad prep. So from what my understanding is, Olympiad is like a competition, an international competition, over 100 countries that participate in that. It's pretty up there, high level. I looked at the highest grade lessons, and it's kind of above my learning right now. And I don't teach the math to my kids. My kids do their own thing. And in the app itself, it only has levels or grade 1 through 10, but the app description says that it has K through 12 or 1 through 12. But honestly, that 10th grade level is pretty advanced in my opinion. I think it could count as a 12th grade level. I know they are doing updates to the app. As of the recording of this is March 10th. The last update had been done on February 25th. And in the last few weeks, I have seen at least 3 times where they had updated it. I would open it up and, it would pop up saying that the app had updated. At least 3 times in the last several weeks that I have seen that it's updated. So they're constantly, I think, working on it and trying to improve it, making it more user-friendly and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to, here in a little bit, I'm going to switch. I'll either have it up on the screen or I'm going to totally blank out my screen and show you a screen capture of me on the app on my phone. I record my videos on my phone, so I can't show you on my phone using the app. One of the features I do like about this app, well, let me back up and tell you the pricing. So there's a free version. On the free version, you can answer 5 questions, which one lesson is 5 questions. So if you have the free version, which if you're just using this as a little extra, every day for your kids, or for yourself, doing I think 5 questions is like a little brain teaser for the day if you want to do that. But if you want to do the paid memberships, you can do monthly at $2.99, which if you do that for 12 months, that comes out to about $36. Or you can go ahead and pay for the yearly subscription, and that is $29.99. So you're saving about $6 if you go ahead and pay for the year. And you know me, I'm all about, budget and saving money and stuff. So I'm not going to, pay for something unnecessarily if I don't have to. But I think that price point is really good, especially for the level of questions that is in this app. Go check it out for yourself. The link for the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, and the website is going to be in the description. You can go down there and look at that and just check it out for yourself. You can do, I think it's a 7-day free trial, either a 3 or 7-day. I can't remember, but there's a free trial period that you can do if you want to try it out and just see what it looks like. Or you can just keep with that, free version. Just want to hop on here really quick and clarify. With the free version, you do get 5 questions per day. And then the pricing plan is $2.99 per month or you can do the $29.99 per year. And then also that free trial period, I went back and checked, it is 7 days instead of the 3 days. But with the, and then also one thing that I do like, that's what I was going to tell you about the price point. And so now I was going to talk about the fact that it is ad free. That's one of the things that I hate about the free, the free apps and things that my kids get on is the ads. So this one with the free version, you don't have to deal with ads, but you do only get to answer the 5 questions. And you do not get the hints or the helps when you get a question wrong. It has that option, but that's with the paid subscription. So you answer the questions, and it'll be in the quick video that I either have already done or I'm going to show you here in a minute. When you get an answer wrong, you can hit the little hint button, and it'll tell you why that you got the answer wrong, and it gives a very detailed explanation. So it is a very in-depth math concepts. There's so many different lessons, 250 different categories to choose from. So you've got 1st through 10th grade listed, and each grade has different lessons. You go to the lessons, and it'll show you, and I'll do a little pop up here. I did a screenshot of 1st grade lessons and then the 10th grade lessons, and they're different. So for every grade, you get a different selection of lessons to choose from, different categories. So there's over 700 different categories and in there, not 700, over 250. And then there's over 7,000 different questions. So one thing I have noticed is that it uses the metric system, but it interchanges it. So you've got sometimes the American Imperial Standard, measurements, miles, feet, inches, and then sometimes you go to like kilometers and meters and things like that. Something else on this one is it has like an interactive type thing where you do like a leaderboard and you can see other people's scores compared to yours. Just want to show you really quick the leaderboard. So I'm on the home page right now, and I click the leaderboard. It takes me to my kids' profiles. I chose M, and then you can see the by country or globally, and then you can click on any of these people's profile, click their picture, and it'll show you their stats. So I went back over here to my country, so it's showing USA, and I looked at the number 1, and you can see his stats there. So that's pretty fun, getting to see, the competition and how you measure up to them. You can get badges, streaks. So if you do so many lessons and get so many things right, you can get badges and streaks and go to your profile and see where you stand on that. So it's kind of fun game-like. There is a parent dashboard, and you can make multiple accounts for your kids. That is something that I have not quite figured out yet, because I do have the premium subscription. But when I made the profile for my kids, I think I may have done something wrong, and that's something you can go in there and play around with. But when I go to my kids' profile, they do not have the paid subscription. It's like my parent account didn't go over into their profiles and make them have the same access that I do. So I may have done that wrong. Not 100% on that. I got to play around with it a little bit more. But on my profile that I originally made, I do have that access, the paid access where I can play continuously as many lessons and questions as I want to, and get all the hints and the explanations without the pop-up saying that you need to pay for the membership. I did mention that they have done several updates to this. This is, if you hadn't already guessed, this is a fairly new app. They just started it in late 2025. I can't remember what month it was, but so it's not that old of an app. And like I say, when I first saw this and was introduced to it, it had about 10,000 downloads, and now it has about 50,000 downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the video now. It's going to show you myself on my phone, a screen capture of going through a 3rd grade lesson. So I'm going to go through all the questions for a 3rd grade lesson. So I'm going to throw that in here right now, and I'll just do a little talk over. Okay, so here I'm in the 1st grade level. So I'm going to go to the profile settings and change to the 3rd grade level. And then I'm going to just go through a lesson. I'm going to pick in here you go to the lessons, and then I'm going to pick the money. There's the money one. So I'm going to click that. Well, I'm showing you some of the other ones here, but then I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to click the selection for money, And I'm going to show you the questions here. So Alex has $400. Which item can he buy from below? And the answer is C. I picked the right answer. It told me correct answer. I'm going to the second one, 5% of $10. The answer is 50 cents. I'm going to do the wrong answer, I believe, on this one. Yep. So I do the wrong answer, and then I click the Y button, and it explains it. So this app gives very detailed explanations for all of the problems. On the next one, number 3, this one's pretty long. You start with $800, and it says he pays $200 for a ticket, $50 for a cap. Then he spends another $20, and then another $50 on the way back home. Nash saw a bookstore. He bought a book for $100. Now, how much money is left with him? Let's see. I believe that comes out to $380, and you can get, I don't push the help button here, but you can push that help button down there on the bottom, and it'll give you hints to find the right answer if you're unsure. Editor Brooke here. I wanted to show you the help section. So I'm on grade 1 in the calendar lesson, and I hit that help button, and there's the hint that it shows you. So very detailed hints. And now back to the regular video. So correct answer, 380. It gives you the correct answer, tells you what your answer was. Then we're going to move on, starting with 800 again. This set of questions is a little bit different. It wants to know how much was spent. So the numbers are kind of the same, but you have to still work it over a little bit to find the answer. Total amount spent was 320. Correct answer. Move on to the next one. Still some of the same question, but the numbers are a little bit different, so you have to work through that one again. And again, this is a 3rd grade level. The amount, how much was left, is the question on this one, and this one was $480 was the correct answer. So there's the correct answer. It gives you the points. Continue, and there are some of the streaks and badges, like you're getting the points and things like that. So I hope that little clip was helpful and kind of showed you what it's going to look like on the screen when you're using that app. If you have any questions about it, you can leave them in the comments, or you can go on that website again in the description. I'll leave the link so you can go and look at that app yourself. I will continue to use this app. I think it's a reasonable price app if you're going to, especially as a supplement for your homeschool, or just using it as a supplement to, if your kids are not homeschooled and they're going to, regular school. You could, go down a level, something that helps my kids, trying to do some math that is on their learning level, and that's, kind of hard. It, wears on them a little bit. So it's always helpful, I think, to take them down to something that's easy for them to do. So if you got a 6th grader, you can, put them on the 1st and 2nd grade and give them some little daily drills to do on that app, and kind of make it like a game for them and give them some little bit easier stuff to do, and they can work their way up to the current grade level. So go look at that. You can do the free trial thing, see if you like it. Come back here, leave in the comments, and let me know what you thought about it. That's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.